Hey everybody, Tyson's Honor here, and in today's Facebook Live, I'm going to tell you how to eliminate overwhelm in your business once and for all. I don't know if anybody out there ever feels stressed or if you ever feel overwhelmed by all of the things that you have to do. One of the biggest complaints I hear from people is, I have information overwhelm, or I'm so overloaded and I feel so stressed that I don't know where to start. I'm so confused. Well, I'm going to give you not the confusion for that. I don't want to give you confusion today. I'm going to give you the answer. And in fact, I'm going to give you one simple sentence that you can say to yourself to eliminate confusion and overwhelm in your business once and for all. If this is something that you think you would find helpful, just give me some hearts and some thumbs up for this video to let me know. And I'm actually out here fishing with my family out in front of my house. You can see my mom is back there and my wife and the sun visor, my daughter, my dad's back here somewhere fishing as well. And we're all out in the pond in front of my house, and my son's inside somewhere, probably playing video games, I think. So, nope, there he is. There's my son. He's under a tree way over there. So, anyway, let's talk about how to overcome overwhelm. So, the biggest reason for overwhelm, actually, there's three main reasons why people get overwhelmed in their business. It is usually due to no focus, no plan, or no activity, or perhaps a combination of all three of those things. So I can almost guarantee you that if you have not set out a plan, here's what I'm going to do and when I'm going to do it by, you are probably overwhelmed. If you don't have a specific focus on like if you sit down and you are distracted by, your cell phone going off, or so you're scrolling through social media while you're also trying to get work done, that probably has a lot to do with the reason why you're overwhelmed. So, and then of course, no activity. This is the biggest one that I see. I'll see people all the time who get stuck in learning mode. They spend all of their time learning, and never taking action, because learning is safe, right? Nobody is going to reject you if you're sitting in your office reading books or studying the compensation plan, right? But the minute you pick up the phone and you call a prospect is the minute that somebody can reject you, right? And so this is why people avoid taking action, but activity is the one thing that will eliminate overwhelm. In fact, I believe it was Confucius who said, I hear and I forget, I see and I remember, I do and I understand. So doing is the only thing that will actually eliminate the overwhelm from your life. And one of the reasons I wanted to record this particular Facebook Live outside in front of my house is because I want to give you a quick analogy, all right? I've got a fairly decent sized house, as you can see back behind me. So if I simply drew up the plans for my house and I showed them to somebody and I said, go, without all they had was a picture, a diagram of what I wanted, without specific plans, without a floor plan, without a schedule of when they were going to achieve it. Of course, that would be overwhelming, right? Well, that's not how you build a house. And it's interesting that we use the term build a business just like we use the term build a house. So think about the process that you go through when you're going to build a house or any type of construction. You don't just show someone a picture, which is what a lot of people do. They look at, oh, this top earner out there, that's the business I want. And then they try to move forward creating that without a plan, without focus, and without activity. And of course, then they wonder why they're overwhelmed. And so whenever you build a house, what do? You set forth, I'm going to get to the one sentence, by the way. And if you're getting value out of this, make sure you give me some thumbs ups and some hearts. Give me some comments. I'd love to give you a shout out in the box as we go. But if I want to build a house, the very first thing you do is you come up with, all right, here's our plan. We're going to have a blueprint of what the house is going to look like, how the floor plan is going to look, right? And then you set a schedule for what needs to be done first. And what I see is, like with a house, you wouldn't hang pictures before you have walls up. I see a lot of people trying to do things out of order in their business. They haven't laid the proper foundation in order to get the results that they want. And it's like trying to put up the drywall before you've put up the framing and the 2x4s for the walls. So whenever you build a house, you have a schedule. All right, here's what I'm going to do first. We're going to break ground on this date. Then we're going to lay the foundation by this date. Then we're going to, frame out the walls by this date. And you have a schedule of when you're going to do what. So the sentence that you need to use if you want to overcome overwhelm in your business is this. You ready? Write this one down. This is the one you want to write down. I will accomplish X by Y. The letter X is a variable for what you want to accomplish, and the letter Y is the variable for when you will accomplish it. So if, for example, now make sure that these statements, and you can write down several of them. So you might say, I will have 5 pieces of content created and uploaded to Facebook Live by X date. Or I will reach out and contact 5 prospects for my business by X date. This gives you direction, it gives you focus, it gives you exactly what activity you're going to do. And notice that each one of these statements, they are activity focused, not results focused. That's very important. What I see a lot of people try and do with this type of statement, they try and set goals, and goals are fine, but they think that goals are the same as activity. And they'll set a goal like, I want to have 30 distributors in my downline by X date. And they'll set that as their goal. Well, the problem with using that kind of statement is you don't have any control over whether someone says yes, whether they sign up. You can't control that. What you can control is your activity. And so when you make these statements, make sure that you're making the statements based on what you can control, which is your activity, what you're actually going to do to achieve those results. So for me, I make statements like, I will create 5 pieces of content this week and upload them to Facebook Live. I have a deadline. The deadline is Saturday or whatever date that is, so that I know, did I meet my goal for that week? And by the way, is it okay to not reach one of those benchmarks, to not hit one of those goals? Yes, it's okay if you fall short of that target, but how can you know what you're aiming for if you don't set a target at all? And I see a lot of people just trying to build their business blind without setting goals, without setting targets, and without setting specific activities that they plan on doing in their business on a daily basis. And so that really puts you in the mindset for activity. And then let me give you one last little tip, okay? The last tip I'll give you is, maybe 2 last tips. Make sure that you pick the right activities first, right? So, you know, if you said, I'm going to have 5 pieces of content, maybe you might also want to say, I will have, 10 content ideas by X date, and I'll have 5 pieces of content recorded by X date. Does anybody get value out of this? And if you did, give me some thumbs up. And if you want help developing a plan for your business, I have a very simple 3-step formula that I follow. It's so simple. It attracts leads every single day in my business. If you'd like to attend a free web class that shows you that exact 3-step formula, go ahead and click the link that you see in this post description. You can put in your name and email address on the next page to register for that free web class, and I'll be happy to share with you that simple 3-step formula. But the last tip I'll give you is this. If you call yourself a business owner, set aside times that you're going to work on your business, right? If you don't have set times where I'm going to achieve this, activity, you have a hobby. And hobbies are fine, but hobbies cost you money. Golf is a hobby, but it costs me a lot of money. If you don't want your business to cost you money, if you want it to make you money, you need to make sure that you are setting goals and that you are actively setting aside time to do the activities to achieve those goals. And then the last tip is, when you sit down to focus on that activity, eliminate all of your other distractions. Whatever else is going on, set your phone aside. This is your time to work on your business. Set aside, don't get on social media during that time. Make sure that you are 100% dedicated, because what happens is, whenever my phone buzzes, it's not a 2-second distraction. It's, man, I was really on a roll and I had a lot of momentum thinking about this thing I was just working on, and then my phone buzzes, my brain gets distracted, it goes over to this other thing, and then I can't get my train of thought back. So it's not a 2-second distraction. It's like, it has messed up my whole train of thought, and then I can't get back going. So when you're working on your activities for your business, whatever those are, whether it's, hey, I'm going to create content to attract people to me the way that Tyson does, feel free to register for my webinar if you want to learn how to do that. Or if it's reaching out and prospecting people actively, that's fine too if that fits your personality. Whatever that is, make sure that you're doing it undistracted and you're doing it at a specified time that you set aside for your business. All right, guys, hope you've enjoyed this. If anybody has ever suffered from overwhelm and you think that this video would be helpful, first of all, give me some hearts and some thumbs up if you found it helpful. And if you know anybody else who might benefit from it, go ahead and share it around to some friends, teammates who might enjoy it. And I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. It's a beautiful day here in Missouri. I hope it's beautiful where you're at. And we will see you guys on the next Look Live. Take care. Have a good one. Bye. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Listen, if you enjoyed this video and you want more free training on my channel to help you generate more leads and more sales and grow your business using cutting-edge strategies on the internet, take a second to do 3 things before you go. Click my face right here to subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell below to get notified every time I post new videos, and click this video to watch some more free training on my channel. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.